Hello everyone, I am Harsh. In the previous video we covered in-memory caching. In today's video we will focus on output caching in ASP.NET Core Web API. I will explain how to implement output caching in Web API using simple and practical example. Let's get started. Let's first understand what is output caching. Output caching in ASP.NET Core is a middleware that stores the full HTTP response generated by the app and serves it directly for subsequent requests instead of re-executing controller actions. This improves performance by reducing CPU, database, and rendering work for repeated requests. Now let's see with the example how to implement the output caching. To implement the output caching, we have to use the middleware. First, let's add the output cache service. So go to the program, and here I will add the service for the output caching. And now let's use this middleware here. I will call app.useOutputCache. So calling the add output cache and use output cache does not start caching behaviors. It makes caching available. To make the app cache the responses, caching must be configured in the controller or in the action. So here I will configure for the API version 2.0. To use the output cache, we have the attribute output cache that we can use at controller level or we can use at action level. This output cache will only work for get or head request. So if you want to use for post request, then you have to override the default policy, then it will work. But for now I will use for get request. So here I will add the breakpoint. I will use the output cache at controller level. So now I have get action. Let's return it. Refresh this page. I will call this get method. Click on test and then I will click on send. It will hit the breakpoint here for get all method. Let's continue it. And again I want to send it, so it will not hit breakpoint because it is already cached and we can get the result from the cache, not from the database. Now let's add some configuration to the output cache. We can add the configuration in the add output cache method. Here I will use the option and then here we can configure. So here we can configure the policy like option.add policy. We can use the base policy which will applicable for collection of endpoint, and this add policy will apply where we want in our endpoint. We will specify that policy and it will work for that policy. So let's use the base policy. I will use the add base policy method and here I will add the policy like build dot. I want to set the expiration time. I will use expire method and here I will set the time span dot from. I will say second and here I will specify 10. So this will expire after the 10 second and it will apply for all the endpoint. Now let's rerun it. Before that I want to add multiple get endpoint. I will say user 1 get all 1 like that. I will add the breakpoint here and let's run it. Let's refresh the page. So I will call this get. I will click on send. It is calling this get all method and it will hit our database. Let's continue it. Again I will try to send it. It will not call the database. Now let's call the another get API. Click on test. Click on send. You can see this time get all 1 is called. Now let's continue. Click on send. It will get the data from cache. But if you want to call this API after configured time, then it will not get the data from the cache. So we have configured 10 seconds. Now let's try to send it. You can see again it hit the database because now it is more than 10 seconds. So it will apply for all the endpoint, but I want to apply different expiration time for different API. How to add this? For that we have to use add policy method and here I will specify the policy. Here I will say expire 10 second and I will add one more and here I will say expire 20. So here I will pass 20. For now I will comment it. Let's rerun our application. Okay, before that we have to add this policy. Let's stop it. I will cut it from here and I will add to this method and here we have to specify the policy name. For this I will use this expire 10 and for this I will use expire 20. Let's run our application. Let's refresh the page. I will test user 1. I have added 20 seconds here. Let's send it. This time it will call. Continue. Again I will send. This time it will not call. Meanwhile I will call this users. This is configured for 10 seconds. This is called. Again I will try to call it, so it will not call, and I will wait for 10 seconds, and then again I will click on send. Now let's click on send. You can see it hit the breakpoint. Now let me see this. Users 1, test it, click on send. It also hit the breakpoint. So we will configure mode. Here I will set 30 seconds. Let's save it, run it, refresh the page. Application is not running yet. Let's refresh it again, and first I will see this. Click on send. It will hit the breakpoint. Let's continue. After the 10 seconds, now let's click on send. It hit the breakpoint. Now we will see for this user. Let's click on send. Click on send. It hit the breakpoint. Wait for 30 seconds. Continuous. I will click on send. It is not calling our API. Now I think it will be over. See, now 20. This 30 seconds is over. That's why this API called again. I hope you learn what is output caching, how to implement the output caching, and how to configure the output caching. That's all for this video. If you found this video helpful, let's subscribe the channel and share this video with your friends.